Right, children? So today I am going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Our Environment. Our Environment. You all might have heard the name environment in your life someday or other. And you have studied even about environment right from class 2nd, 3rd. You even have a subject as environment studies. So I don't think you have got any difficulty to understand this chapter, our environment. What is meant by the term environment? Environment means anything and everything which is surrounding us. To me, the board is surrounding, the duster is there, the table is there, a laptop is there, camera is there, spectacles are lying there, whiteboard is there, doors are there, air is there, water bottle is there, and many other things are there. Though all the names which I have taken so far are all non-living. I got even living things over here. Some spiders I can see. Some unknown insects whom I don't recognize are there, and some others are there. So our environment includes lot of things. And in number of times we must have asked, why are they required? Why are they required? इनको भगवान ने बनाया ही क्यों? कई सारे प्राणियों को देख करके number of times we must have questioned, why has God created these ugly looking, dirty animals, dangerous animals? What was the need for God to create them? Many children are not liking spiders. They got arachnophobia. Many doesn't like lizards. Many doesn't like cockroach. That big ants which bites, and number of other things. So then we may question, and we might have questioned someday or other, that why has God created these animals at all? There are a number of plants which we don't like. They grow anyway. You see, the city has got a very beautiful lake in the middle of the city, known as Kishore Sagar Lake. And it is every now and then affected by that water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is fully covering that lake. Government is spending lakhs and lakhs of rupees to get rid of these water hyacinth. Then why are they there? The question is, why are they there? So we have number of questions. Nowadays in our city the temperature is very high, somewhere about 42-43 degrees Celsius. Again we question God, why so much of heat? God, what is the need? Then the extreme winters will come, the temperature will go as low as 4 degrees Celsius, 3 degrees Celsius, and in some part of the world it is below 0 degrees Celsius. Then again those people question, why God has to create so low temperature? Why snowfall? Why roads are blocked? Why so much of flood? We have always questions and questions, and it is only we question, because we have thinking capacity. The others are not questioning. So the question is that why it is so. Our environment has got number of things. So I can put it in this way, the environment, definition of environment, that environment includes everything which surrounds us, everything which surrounds us collectively known as environment. And this environment includes both types of things, the abiotic and biotic. There are so many factors which are non-living, and there are so many factors which are living. All the living factors are known as biotic, and non-living factors are called abiotic. These are those factors which are affecting us directly or indirectly, in a good manner or in a bad manner. There are some things which are good to us, there are some things which are bad to us. And whatever are basic necessities that we are getting from our environment. Whatever are basic necessities which are commonly known as resources that we get from our environment. Now what are our resources? Chapter 6 we have studied. हमको क्या क्या चीज़ों की जरूरत पड़ती है? What are things we are requiring from outside? We require oxygen, we require food, plant require carbon dioxide even, plant requires sunlight even. That doesn't mean we don't require sunlight, but sunlight is not directly required by us. Sunlight's effect is required, that is the temperature is required, the light is required, other things. Okay, so those are the things plants even require, number of minerals. So these are our basic necessities. Now when we call about the food can be derived from the plants or from the animals or from both. When we talk about the plants, we can get food from in the form of fruits and vegetables and the roots and the stems and the food storing leaves and stems, etc. etc. Wide variety of things are there. Number of grains are there which we consume in the form of our staple diet or in the form of pulses or in other form. So our requirement on the environment is too much, or our dependence on environment is too much, and that is why we are studying in this chapter. See, this environment studies is known as, or study of environment is known as ecology. Study of environment is known as ecology. Now, this is a relatively new science. It began somewhere in late 60s. That doesn't mean कि उससे पहले किसी को environment की जरूरत नहीं थी. People, right from the day they came on earth, they were depending on the environment. But people were not understanding the importance of the environment. When we get something, we don't know their importance. As long as parents are with us, we don't bother about them. The day, suppose your mother gets sick or father gets admitted in hospital, then you know what is the importance of father or mother or brother or sister. Suppose you have a brother, elder brother, who is all the time harassing you. ये कर, वो कर, पानी ला, ये कर, मेरा बैग उठा कर दे. And you are thinking, the day he will go, I will be so happy. पूरे मोहल्ले में आइसक्रीम खाऊंगा. And the day, one day he has to go for studies out. Someday you will be trapped and you will be remembering your brother. So as long as things are available to us, we don't bother about them. Till 1970s, people were not bothered about the environment because the environment was giving them whatever their requirement freely. Plenty of oxygen, plenty of carbon dioxide, plenty of water, plenty of minerals. Everything was available in the plenty. People least bother. Industrialization starts somewhere about in 1830, 1840s in the England. And with the onset of industrialization, they started using or rather exploiting the minerals and other things, other type of resources from the environment. They started using coal, they started using iron, they started using other type of minerals and all. And this is using means they were using before that also. But they started overusing, rather exploiting. And once the exploitment started, all the problems started. And then we faced the need of study of environment. So हमको लगा, अरे it is now too late. If we don't bother about it, it will be a big problem. Have you heard of this word? Bharat Standard 6. All the automobiles in India, pan-India now say with this standard, they have to pass this standard, then only they will be able to market their vehicles. Before that, we were having Bharat Standard 4. What is this Bharat Standard 4 and Bharat Standard 6 standard? 5 it did not come, only we are little late in that sense because there was a exchange of government, and when the new government comes it takes a little time, so that was a sleepover time between that. The time has simply passed and the rules could not be adopted. So now Bharat Standard 6 is come. What do for Bharat 6 or Bharat Standard 6 or Bharat Standard 4 standard? These are the pollution norms. They are setting the standard that how much pollutant can be released by an automobile, a car or a bus or a truck or a bike or a moped. They have made it a rule that is the per kilogram of air it is exhausting how much carbon monoxide can be there, how much lead can be there, how much other substances, nitrogen oxides can be there and others. What was the need? What was the need? Need was this, what we see in Delhi. We people are lucky and we are not in Delhi, but we might have heard in news that during winter, during severe winter, December, Jan and Feb, Delhi faces the severe problem of fog, rather smog. That is because lot of pollution is released, pollutants are released in the air. वो नाम सुना होगा PM5, 5 micron particles or larger particles. These particles are such small that they can be easily inhaled and they can cause the lung problem and other problems are there. They are easily trapped in all the devices which are using air. It may be automobile, it may be air conditioner, it may be other devices. All these are getting or losing their age, including us. So these are the problems when we face. We thought there should be some check of the environment, otherwise if the thing will go on like this, it will be a dangerous situation. It will be a dangerous situation and we will have to pay for it. Today, which house is there in our city who is not using purified water? Which house in city Kota is there which do not use any purified form of water, that is they may be having some sort of water filter in their home? When I was small, 30 years back, in our house we never had a water filter. We simply used to use the tap water because the pollutants were less, the particle impurities were less. Today, so much of pollution that we are having a need of all water filter. Tomorrow, believe it, tomorrow, some years, in coming year, every house will have air filter even. Now also so many people are using air filters, smaller size, which are used for one room, bedroom or some living room or wherever they are living. But today, in this time, it is only used by some rich people. But a time will come when every house will install it, definitely. What is the need? Because the pollutants are continuously increasing. So the environment changes with time. Environment changes with time and it is only and only because of human being. I'll tell you one example. Right from the time you got up in the morning, you started polluting the environment till the time next day you get up. Let us consider, the morning you get up, you go to the washroom, you flush and you are added lot of water, impurities into the river water. Today it will go to the outside drainage, then from it to bigger drainage, and from bigger drainage ultimately it will go and fall in one of the water body, may it be river or a pond or a lake or anything. So the sewage, first pollutant. Then you brushed your teeth. Again you added. Used the soap. Used the detergent to wash your clothes. Came to the kitchen. Cooked food. Lot of pollutant, lot of waste you have created. That also you are discarding out. Then you are lighting gas. Pollution is caused. Carbon dioxide. Then your washing vessels, again detergents are used. After that you got ready, during all this period electricity is continually used. And to produce electricity, thermal power plant is burning tons and tons of coal every hour, world over. So we are continuously adding pollutants. Have you seen any cow doing that? Did you see any cow brushing its teeth, washing its clothes, using detergent, polybag, storing its food कहीं पे जाकर के, using any transport media, car चला रही है वो, so that the pollutant can be added? Even the smallest slug animal, that is the earthworm and the snails, they also have full trust on their feet. They are also not using any of the automobiles. Whatever may be the temperature of surrounding, they are not using ACs. Whatever may be the cold, they are not burning wood and other things and getting heat. It is we human beings from our very day one till the last day, from the morning 5 o'clock till the next morning 59 seconds. Every moment we are polluting the environment, we are creating the trouble to the environment, and then we are expecting why it is so, why floods, why snowfall, why this, why that. It is we created. Till 1870 there was no, 1830 there was no such problem. Even in 1830 when the industrialization started, the problem was not so big. Because the environment has its own rectification, its power of cleaning, its own. It is not depending on you. It is not asking you to get rid of the carbon dioxide or get rid of the any type of pollutant which are there in the river water. At your level you can do at your home. But at the environment level, the environment has its own cleaning. But that has a limit. That is the limit. You can produce a certain amount of carbon dioxide that will be used in the photosynthesis and convert back into oxygen. But that doesn't mean you burn tons and tons of the fuel and produce carbon dioxide and you expect the plants to clean it. Definitely it will not, because their limits are. And on top of that, to make an automobile industries, to make roads, to make the transport facilities, the depots and factories and showrooms and all, we are cutting lot of trees which were ultimately cleaning the environment. So our effects are like that. Did you see any cow or any elephant or anything unnecessarily felling the trees? So मेरे मुँह से elephant निकलेगा, that's why I put unnecessary. Otherwise, other animals, they are not doing anything. They are not unnecessarily causing damage to the plants. It is only the human being, much beyond the actual requirement. Mahatma Gandhi has said, environment is enough to satisfy your need, but not your greed. And we all are greedy. Consider how many pair of dresses we got, how many shoes we got. Forget it now, the time has changed. Now in our home, 2 cars are there, 4 ACs are there. So we, right from our every act, we are spoiling the environment, and that is why we have to study about the environment. अब हमको याद आया कि if it will go on like this, we will have a difficulty. So now we should study about the environment. And our earlier President, Mr. Abdul Kalam, has added a subject, environment studies, right from the class 1 to all the school education and college education. If at all some child is taking education, he or she has to study environment, because he has understood the importance or the significance of the environment in our life. Very difficult. And that is why the study of environment becomes a part of our lecture. Of course, the bio, it was already there. Right from the 1970s. We have understood the importance of the environment, and we have added a subject as ecology. So earlier it was ecology and biology, but now it becomes a separate science also. Now ecology says there are 2 types of factors. There are abiotic factors and there are biotic factors. Abiotic and biotic factor differs from place to place. So before starting with this, I should discuss on some of the things. Environment has a gradation, what you call hierarchy. So if you study about the hierarchy, you as an individual, कोई भी हो सकता है, any individual. Make for example Rahul, very common name. So many Rahuls you may be knowing, good and bad, intelligent and others, and many other type of Rahuls. So this is what? Rahul is an individual. Many such people of human being collectively form population. Okay. Many individuals of human species will collectively form population. Population of human beings. Population of cats, population of rat, population of neem tree, population of grass, population of ant, population of spider, population of lizard, population of this and population of that. Any species when collect together in large number we call population. So population is the collection of one species. Population of many species, they will form a community. Population of many species living in a particular area, all the species which are living together in a particular area, collectively known as community. Now, community plus non-living factor form ecosystem. Ecosystem goes on the large scale when it is known as biome. And biome collectively forms biosphere. We are at this level in the entire biosphere. Biosphere is the whole sphere where life is existing. And you know, in this earth, life is existing only and only on earth. There is no other place where life is existing. So biosphere will be divided into biome, hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere. 3 biomes are there. Biomes are divided into millions of biosphere, small unit which are autonomous unit. I will define them in the next class. Small autonomous unit. These units are consisting of some biotic factors. A biotic factor निकाल लेते हैं. Only biotic factor, that is all the different type of living species which are found collectively in a particular area are known as community, and all the community have number of population of different species, and all the population are made up of single individuals. Now what we are made up of? We are made up of organ systems, and organ systems are made up of organs, and organs are made up of tissues, and tissues are made up of cells, cells are made up of cell organelle. This we have studied in class 9, all these. And they are made up of inanimate matter or non-living matter. So ultimately we all are made up of non-living. Starting from the biosphere, there is the non-living matter. We are somewhere in between. Okay, and we are affecting the environment, and that is why the problem goes with us, and that is why the cure is also lying with us. Only we have to rectify this problem. So about this we will study in tomorrow's class one by one. Today's class I just give you the introduction. We will define these all, and then we will study how the various factors and what are the role in the environment. Thank you, children. There are a lot of children who joined late. मैंने कहा शुरू के 5 मिनट में लूँगा अटेंडेंस. I did not say that I kept on taking